We're ready. Okay, bye. Have a good trip.
Thanks so much.
Okay, have a good trip. Okay, we continue. Okay, we had to compete with the time. Okay, sorry about that. Okay. First of all, go to I exciting one to introduce the new features. That will be started from the time unlimited. Okay, so this one because and then can you explain your business?
Your measurements, get the colors. There's about 75 different things you can add, and within those, you different the colors of the. So the majority of what's on the floor that's getting manufactured is already sold, and it's for a specific individual that's based on their criteria for their needs. So us having a default routing or a default bill of material is kind of worthless, because every work order is a unit of one, and then always have to get customized stuff, whatever the customer is using. How's that run?
Yes. Okay, very good. Their company in the very beautiful area, San Diego. Yeah, and they make the diving suit for the diving. Yeah, and for some of the for military, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, it's very special business. So you look at that, they make that kind of equipment. They have the different kind of material from the customer, and some of them maybe for the necessary, because in some of the area like an oil company, they will dive very deep. Okay, so they have to make sure their equipment is safe enough, and some of them have to qualify to the military, to the navy. So that very critical. Okay, so they make everyone is custom. We can say that everyone is custom. So the material, even the same item number, the material could be the difference. For customer maybe request different way. Okay. And maybe they relate to the cost, because some of the additional equipment or parts could be very expensive. Okay, so make sure people that can afford that budget. Okay, so they make different kind. So in the meantime, because they're doing a lot of, they're taking the order and pick up based on the customer request to pick up different kind of material. So every product, even the same item number, the material could be the difference. Okay, they have a variance right there. Okay, so the industry is very special. Okay, special. So in here, in the we have the production work order import. Okay, I remember India. Dana, right now your orders doing the import, right? Okay, yeah, I know that India, the order is huge. It's a lot of orders, but most of the standard, right? Most the material is pretty much standard. Okay, so that import is pretty much easy because the product structure and other stuff all already predefined right there. Just tell them, say all the quantity and item and time or whatever. Okay, so that is much easier. So in our so in the order entry, in the production order entry in here, you see that I'm not sure that they are. Oh, I cannot see. I don't know. I had to skip. Sorry.
What do you need to do?
I want to back to my demo.
Is this your demo? Oh, you want to minimize this guy?
Oh, I need the money mine.
Yeah, and then can you move?
But it's still not presented right there.
Oh, yeah, because I think click on this guy.
I need the
Yeah, bring up. Okay, let's escape all of this. Okay, and then minimize it. Right. No, you're okay.
thank you. Oh, it was complicated. Okay. I make it a little bit bigger. Okay. You see here? For process worker order import, this is regular import. Okay, this previous you can compare. You're doing this one at the layout. Just simply come up. So just simply come up from the column A to M. Just majorly ask you what is the item number, location, quantity, starting day, whatever. Okay, this is very simple, pretty much easy. And they're not talking about any material, not mentioning any material. We assume the material is using your product structure, standardized. Okay, so there's no change. But in here, import, we use in process work order with the customized components. So you can see, I'm not sure we can. Okay, can you see from the right side, N to T? So they have the operation number, sequence number, and the components information, item number and quantity you want to use it. Okay, so that area will be additional. So make it more complicated. Okay, so your spreadsheets make it more wider. Okay, because you want to put more information and different kind of the material right there. Okay. Oh, yeah, of course. Yeah. Yeah, this to continue. Yeah, you can make a more orders right there. Yeah, different items. Yes. The heading.
It's all gonna be work order number, whatever. And then the remaining 5 columns, let's say, is gonna be component 1, operation number, quantity, right? And then the next line down is gonna be component 2, operation, quantity, right? And so however many components you have for that one work order, right, are all here. And then the next work order starts right below.
Yeah, heading portion could be still duplicated. Yeah. A6.
No, actually,
A6 only.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I remember, right? A6 only. Yeah. So let me make a very short demo, okay? If I come into if I go to M drive, okay. Okay, the file is look at like this one, okay. Let's just make a simple one, okay. This one is Excel format. You can look at the column B. I will go order because I don't know. Okay, I just put a column just blank because it's just the system assigned the new order number for me. Okay, so I'm not put the order number. If you want, I'm not sure. Right, I remember you use a different kind the group, right? You have different groups, so you assign by yourself, right? I remember you had a C started something. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Different starting number, right? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So this parent item is column B called F1111. This is parent items, and the location and the quantity two is they want to produce two of the F1111. Okay. So the due date is the October 13, whatever. Can you see from the end, the operation number, because we put this components, the material in the first operation called 10. Okay, so right there. And the sequence number from the 10, 20, 50, whatever, and the components A333, A4, B444, whatever. So totally they have 7 components right there. Okay, so they pick up from the whatever, they say, I need those sort of material. So they put it right there. So by design is very simple. Okay, by design is very simple. And if we make that, after that, okay, I just make it very simple. I don't, let me see. Okay, I convert to CSV file, this one. Okay, this is CSV file. So if I come into to pre-interface example, I right click. I go to let's use this one. Okay, that's the import with the header. Say yes, because I put a header right there. Okay, and job number, yes. Okay, extra no. Okay. Oh, starting date, due date, because I put something very old. Let me see. They give me the error message. Hold on 1 second. Okay. Let me create a new one. Okay, hold on 1 second. Oh, really? Which? Oh, this one. Oh, this one. Okay. Thank you. Let me open. Let me save to CSV. Okay, let me save this one to CSV. Save as. Coming to here. Okay. Let me. Oh, I had to put a tiny V right there. Say yes. No. Wait a minute. How come? I say yes. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Okay, I come back to here. I go to Droid. Okay, I do the pre-interface. Okay, the same thing. I need to put a small, tiny V right here. To put a tiny V. Okay. You see that there are 7 records right there, right? There are 7 components. Okay, so no error message. Can you see that? The error message is 0. Okay, so I officially doing that. Okay, now hit enter. There's an interface. I say yes. Okay, so they're starting to import that. I just make sure I have no error message. Okay, so they create a new order for me. What is the order number? Do they tell us? Okay, 60086. Okay, so this new order has been created. And if you go to the, if you go back to the change, 60086, okay, has been created. If you go into the number 4, Okay. And this routing, okay, they say had another step. They had a different operation. So you can see the M, this material has been assigned in the operation 10. Okay, this first operation has been assigned right there. So if you want to check that components, you can hit F1. You see that the 7 components has been imported, okay, based on our file. Okay, so that is the new order with the new different kind of component. Yes. Because I modify from this original have their standard product structure. I just pick up something. For example, original design, maybe they had 10 components. And customers say, there's 3, I don't need it. I just need 7 of them. Okay, or maybe replace something. So originally they had 10, for example. The structure already there. Okay, this one is this structure is saved in the order side. We call order material. We had a file called BM order MTR, something like that. Material. They save right there. Separate. You can do different way. For example, if we have original, we have CSV file, right? You can reuse that CSV file. That's fine. Otherwise, we can. I'm not sure it's a good thing or not. I remember we can copy existing order with the functions. You want to create this order, right? You have hey, one of them is almost the same or very similar. You can copy that order to create a new one. Yeah, yeah. Okay. Of course. Yes, yes. Yeah, yeah. Before you start it, you can still can change your mind. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Okay, any questions so far? So this just very simply create a new work order with the customized custom components doing the import. Okay. So that is the good feature to do so. Okay. I say no, I don't want to print at this moment. Okay. And next one will be, let me back to the presentations. Okay, you see here, we have the from the M to T, that's additional. And this one is the, remember, this is my example of the CSV file, okay. This is hosting, okay. And you look at in the M, so after that, we have the 7 components has been happening like that, okay. In the meantime, we have the documentation in our website in the support Elliott.com. So you can search, say import, create a CSV file. Yes.
The date, the date is the date that has to be produced.
No, I'm not exactly say that. Okay, because it's just only internally they want to do that. Yeah, internally. Yeah, but that means have to doing that. Yeah, of course. If you want to do that, it's due date, right? That might from the sales order. Yeah, yeah. Technically, logically, yes. Logically, the due date. Yeah. Using. I remember you using the shortage, right?
do is but once everything is imported in, it's allocated. So we're looking at our allocations against all of our raw materials to make sure we can cover them. If we can't cover them, then we can look into why and which orders, and then we can relay that to the customer. As to when. So we assume we have everything, so we load it all in, we don't print it. Right, we just load it in to fill the allocations. And then we look at all of our raw materials and make sure that our quantity on hand covers those allocations.
Yeah, normally they reserve enough materials. Yeah, most of they kept a very good inventory right there. But I remember Sharon doing something using shortage. That means
So
yeah, they turn on the shortage, yeah, to yeah. Hmm.
Repairs might come in and they might take a component out of stock that I'm going to use 2 days from now. And we've already released it, we've already printed all the paperwork. So then when the paper goes to pick it, they'll use that shortage report and put it up. And then we decide from there, can we advance far enough on the new product before it's actually needed? Right? Because some of our components don't be used until the very end. Like we don't put a valve on until it's completely made and out the door. It's weeks later. Well, if I get valves in before that, then.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. We have the documentation right here. If anyone have interested to see in more detail, we can come into to support.elliott.com. You can enter the keyword in the search. Okay, and system will bring up this one. Okay, so this called CSV import. You type CSV import with the customized components, and they will show you. Okay, yeah. Any questions so far for the import? No. Okay. Okay. Next one, we have some improvement. Okay, I just remind and we can discuss that if everyone have a question or need more suggestion or whatever, I welcome to bring up. Okay, so number one, for phantom item form structure to create the work order and allow it to decrease the sequence number increment. What's it mean? Well, one of the user, Micromatic Eric is called. They are structured doing multiple layer. Okay, for example, there's a top layer, and they have a second layer they use and call manufacturing non-stock, non-control. And after that, they make the components right there. So they browse through, they use and create a module because their product is pretty much the standard procedure, but the structure, just only very minor. Okay, so somebody they use a modularize, using called non-stock item and bring up the components right there. So every time when they're doing the structure, they make it very simple. There's grab A and B and put together. And A, they have 10 components. B have the 5 components. So total they have 15. But when they add the new item, make structure, they just make a top, A and B only, okay? And A present 10 components and B present 5 components. Okay, so they don't need to redo the 15 components again and again, okay? So they're doing this way. But problem is when we print the picking tickets in the production side, this is print the first layer, to print the 2 A and B, but actually A and B is the phantom item. Is not present anything in the warehouse. They need to pick up is the 10 of them and the 5 of them. So this function is we're doing the processing. When we print the production work order. Those are the picking tickets we browse through. Become to 15 flat the components show you. So you can pick up those are the 15 components to do the production. Okay, this is the idea. So, but problem is if you go through, you have a 10, have a 5, have a 15. So your sequence number maybe you have to adjust, make it smaller. Normally standard we call 10, 20, 30, 40, right? Because we just only 3 digits. So if you look at the 10, you just only have the 100 components you can fit. Okay. But sometimes maybe more than that. And I know the Diamond Unlimited, sometimes they have the huge. The long time ago, I remember, had the 60 or 70 components. That's a lot. So sometimes maybe running out of 3 digits. So we allow you to, the increment number from the 10, you can reduce to 5 or 2 or whatever, up to you. Yeah, depending on what you needed. But if you say, oh, don't worry, I don't have so many, okay, 10 is enough. Okay, just use a 10 increment, that's fine. So you don't need to change that. But Citroen allow you to decrease your increment or from the 10, 20, become to 5, 10, 15, 20, something like that. Okay, so you can fit more right there. And this one will help you a lot because when you print a report, you print the picking ticket to a warehouse, they show exactly the real components in the report you can pick. Okay, not just only the top A and B. A and B not present anything. Okay, it's not in the warehouse. It's nothing there. Okay, just very important. So this one in the global setup, you see the right side. If I put the 2-star right here, right, that means we have the notch space. We have the information in our website, so you can drill down to search. Okay, if you like to know the more detail, you can click that. Okay. Second one, we can create a shortage. Oh, just talking about shortage allocation from the work order process, material issue. Sometimes in the doing what we call material kitting at that moment, maybe we needed 10 components. Unfortunately, we just only 9 enough, 1 short. But we still have to continue to work because that one maybe not too critical, have to do in the first place. We can do in the later, okay? So at that moment, but our system, very beginning, we assume if you finish the operation 10, we assume that one we don't need it because you actually use usage 0. We assume you don't need it, but actually you need it, but we should. So we make some kind of change. So you can do is we put the actual usage to the 0 from, for example, like a 10, you change to 0. Then we ask you, do you want to create a shortage or not? That means, do you want to make back order? Okay, you can buy and later on you can put it in. You say yes. And system create a shortage and hold it right there. And they will allocate quantity. So if you run the inventory report, so you can see, oh, I have allocate right there. I need to buy more because right now quantity on hand is 0. And allocate 10. So you know we have some kind of request right there, right? So they show you. Before, we don't put any allocation right there. So we don't know. So inventory manager doesn't know how to order because they don't know the allocate right there. So if we put the shortage, this is options in the global setup. So after you turn on, so I want to create a shortage. Every time if you short, you put a 0 usage, system will be ask you, do you want to create a shortage? You want to back order or not? You say yes. System will hold it down for you. Okay, hold up for you. And later on, you can come back to refill. Okay, when you got this inventory, you can refill in. Okay, so yes. Of course. If you show that, suppose you cannot finish, you cannot complete. Idea.
That's assuming you know.
Right. Oh, yeah, difficult. Yeah.
One for not yet enough, you're off down where we'll call it customer today. Let's already moved far enough along that they're ready to put pocket on it and change. That's great. We change it, we work the change through, but it's still going to leave that allocation on that pocket, even after the work order is closed out. Like I would think that if I'm done with the work order, it'd take all allocations to clean it up.
Yep.
Doesn't do it. Leaves it there. They do have a back end that you can set an increment that like after 4 months, it will remove the allocation. But it doesn't tie to that specific work order in case there was a change in order. So that's cotton us a couple.
Are you here if you revise the work order, if you modify the work order, you remove that?
Correct. So once there's a shortage, right, once the work order is printed, and you go and you pick parts and you put 0 in there, it's gonna pop up a question mark box that says, do you want to, do you want to add it to the hold queue or the hold?
Yeah, the whole file we have in the inventory. Yeah, holding.
There.
Yeah.
That file was in the. You have to go into a different area. And monitor that. So if you no longer need it, you go into this other section. That's called the hold file view. I'm sure you can pull it up on there. And then you run the list, find that item, you have to look at the transaction number so that you can then delete that specific transaction. So it's a little painful to manage the whole file.
Isn't that
Hmm?
Isn't that one? Isn't that you change, so when you close the work order, close the short?
In my opinion, yes. I would love to see that.
Right now, yeah, let me interrupt. Right now, people they suggest. I don't know right now technically how to do that. They say if there's a shortage, you haven't filled back up, is not filled in or forgot it, human error. They want to stop to close, to stop to complete. Say, hey, you still show something. How come you can close? You can finish that. You make a mistake, right? I remember I had an error go. Right. It's already there. They prefer stop because this one's error. So ideally, because they forgot to fill that shortage. Yeah, most of. Yeah. Yeah, they still let you go. Still let you go. Yeah. So you have to. So right now they prefer they can stop. Yeah. So we already put the wish list right now.
But I still think that
Mm-hmm.
you go.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Right. Yeah, this one is still painful. I know. Okay. I think our time is running out. Okay. Create a shortage. Okay, let me security prevent update. Okay, number 3. This just bring up the reminder. Remember, we can print cost of the material. Okay, to calculate our cost in the bill of material. But they had one thing called update item file in the header field. And right now we make a security right there. We can say no. Okay, people supposed to not allowed to put the yes until you put a password right there. Okay, because before somebody make a mistake, when they print that report, say yes, and they update item master file and screw up something. Okay, so we make it this security. This in a global setup, we make it that. Okay. Oh, really? Right. Thank you. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, somebody make a mistake. Yeah. Okay. Let me see. Is something important? You can use the components. That's not a critical security. It's not important. Okay, operator inquiry refreshed and allowed to create a work order by copy form. Okay, number 2. Remember, I just mentioned that we can copy and create a work order by copy from a different item. Some of the company, they walk in for the customer's order. Okay, so they keep going to using the similar order. Okay, even to make a different kind of item number, the procedure, everything is almost similar. So this moment you can copy the create a work order from another item, even though it's not the same item number, you can create from there, copy and save your time. Okay, so we had this flexibility right there. Okay, yeah. Okay, look at that. It's the end. We had to put a star right here. Can you see that? I'm not sure. See my mouse here? Can you see the two stars? Okay, that means we have the knowledge space right here. Okay, so you look at the two stars right there. That means if the detail, you can go to our knowledge space and bring up that they have detailed information. I highly recommend people coming here. Yeah, you can see that the more information there. Okay. Okay, thank you, everybody. Okay, thank you. Thank you.
So for those of you who want to join us for the TGI Friday, follow Landy. Okay, thank you.